HITECH expands the duties of covered entities and business associates. This tutorial will help you identify BA relationships. The definition of business associate is a general provision of Title 45, Part 160. A business associate relationship arises when a PHI is outsourced. A BA manages PHI on behalf of the covered entity. A BA is a person who creates, receives, maintains, or transmits PHI on behalf of the covered entity. A person who uses or discloses PHI when they perform professional services is also a business associate. A business associate relationship arises when the service involves the disclosure of PHI. A business associate is someone who works outside the covered entity's workforce. The workforce includes employees, volunteers, and trainees of the covered entity. Unlike a workforce member, the BA is not under direct control of the covered entity. A covered entity may be a business associate of another covered entity. The HITECH rule defines health information organizations and e-prescribing vendors as business associates. PHR vendors are business associates by definition. A business associate's subcontractor is also a BA if he creates, receives, maintains, or transmits PHI. The relationship between a covered entity and the BA is controlled by a BA contract. If there is no written BA contract, then the law assumes the business associate is an agent of the covered entity. An agency relationship means both parties are jointly liable for harms either of them may cause. How does a provider determine who their business associates are? We'll examine some business associate relationships in the town of Single Peak. Dr. Priscilla Pruitt and her husband Hudson practice medicine on the corner of the plaza. Computer Guy's store is nearby on the opposite corner. Guy sells electronic equipment and he provides consulting services. Sometimes he goes to the Pruitt's office to help Belle solve computer billing problems. Guy's consulting service often requires disclosures of PHI. For that reason, Guy is a business associate. Across the street from the plaza is a row of offices where Attorney Ann has her office. Sometimes Ann's desk is covered with medical information, but only a few of her clients are covered entities. Usually Ann obtains medical records by subpoena. Today, Ann has a meeting with Priscilla and Hudson Pruitt.
Do you think we need a business associate agreement for this meeting?
No, we won't be disclosing any PHI today.
We need help dealing with business associates. Yesterday, Dr. Kramer got a call from a lawyer. She's been working closely with Kramer to make sure he knows how to follow workers' comp rules.
Is the attorney reviewing PHI on Dr. Kramer's behalf?
I assume she's working on behalf of the workers' comp claimants.
A business associate is one who performs a function on behalf of the covered entity or performs services for the covered entity.
I think the lawyer is teaching Kramer how to document claims because he's a new chiropractor.
Are they reviewing legal files?
Yes, I believe so.
If the lawyer obtains PHI by subpoena, discovery, or other lawful process, and if she's forbidden to access PHI directly, then she won't be a business associate.
What about our courier? He delivers PHI on our behalf.
Couriers are regarded as conduits of information. Your courier is not a BA if he is only exposed to the label. Incidental disclosures are permitted by HIPAA.
Does the same rule apply to janitorial workers?
Yes, if their exposure to PHI is minimal.
That's good because we recently hired a couple of high school students, Dee and her friend Fran. They'll be coming over to clean the office after school.
Do you think you can trust them?
Oh, I'm sure we can trust them.
Oh yes, the girls are both straight A students. You probably know Dee's father, Officer Oliver.
Janitors generally don't create, receive, maintain, or transmit PHI. Their service shouldn't involve disclosures of PHI, but I'm concerned. Teenagers might be tempted to snoop.
Oh, I'm sure we can trust them.
Then I would say they are part of your workforce, since you control their work directly. Provide HIPAA training as you do with your other employees. There should be sanctions if they misbehave. HIPAA requires you to train new workforce within a reasonable period of time.
Thanks, Ann. That's a sensible plan.
A business associate is someone who works outside the workforce and uses or discloses PHI on the entity's behalf. Responsibilities to protect the entity's PHI are set forth in the BA contract. Thanks for watching. We have more tutorials coming. Please send comments and suggestions to help us serve you better.